Ketlen Vieira versus Sijara Eubanks, and we're going to start with the Brazilian. So Ketlen comes into this fight 4 wins, 1 loss inside the UFC. A black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a very experienced judo player, quite a well-rounded fighter for sure. However, we do have to acknowledge the fact that she was completely starched by Irene Aldana. Now, I took Irene in this fight, but absolutely did not expect her to knock Ketlen into a new realm. It will be very interesting to see how Ketlen returns after such a bad knockout. Prior to that fight though, Ketlen looked very dangerous. She looked promising. And that's why it's going to be interesting to see how she returns. Sijara Eubanks comes into this fight 4 wins, 2 losses inside the UFC. A boxer and wrestler inside the octagon. Also a very decent jiu-jitsu player too. Sarge is coming off a win over the Raging Panda just a few days ago. Her wrestling was the story of that fight. Despite slowing down, she was still able to get those takedowns, stayed on top of Julia very well. Sarge really came out looking for a firefight with Julia. I think she could do the same thing here in this fight, seeing as Ketlen is coming off such a bad knockout loss. I've been very back and forth in this fight. A few days ago, I was siding with the Brazilian, but I've changed my mind, guys. Eubanks is a dog-like fighter. She'll be up for the boxing contest in this fight. If this fight hits the mat, like I said, both ladies have very good jiu-jitsu, so in my opinion, there's no real winner there. Momentum could be the deciding factor in this fight. Sarge has a lot of confidence coming off that win, whereas Ketlen is coming back to the octagon after being knocked out in such brutal fashion. Momentum is my deciding factor in this fight, but like I said, man, I've been very back and forth with this matchup. But I do believe if the boxing is close, man, this could be like a split decision type of fight. I'm siding with Sarge purely down to confidence and momentum, but man, I wouldn't be surprised if, 70% of you guys were taking Ketlen. But I'm going to side with Sarge. Her wrestling is very good. Her jiu-jitsu is very good. And like I said, she came out looking for a firefight with Julia Avila. So if she does that here and she ends up knocking Ketlen out, I wouldn't be too shocked. So I am going to side with Sijara Eubanks via decision. My odds would be very close. I mean, Eubanks -110, Ketlen -110 is exactly how I see this fight. The real odds at the moment are Ketlen coming in -170, Sijara Eubanks returning +150. So yeah, a little bit more money going on the Brazilian. It's understandable. Prior to that knockout loss, she looked very dangerous, right? She's a big girl with big punching power. But Sijara Eubanks, man, good boxing, good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, coming off a big win, has a lot of confidence. So that is going to be my deciding factor in this fight. I'm happy to play the plus money there. Let me know who you're taking below.